So my fragrances and my lotions, of course, like, you know, when you spray, you like putting stuff down and, you know, just leaving the house or whatever, and you have like residue on the bottles and stuff. And so I wanted to clean that stuff off because it just really needed to be cleaned off. And me personally, I don't think that you should keep that kind of stuff on your lotion bottles. And so yeah, I just decided to clean it off and just do a little bit of organizing. I wanted to put my lotions that I am using the most here up front. Seeing Rouge, it is, y'all, baby, she's tired of seeing me. But warm vanilla sugar, I haven't used that in a while, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and use it on up, and then I'm gonna be done because I'm just in love with Viva Vanilla. I'm almost done with Platinum here, and then Into the Night, I'm almost done with it as well. And then the other three back there, I'm gonna just go and get more lotions, and I move these three right here up to the front, and then put the other ones in the back because, you know, of course I will be using those. And then I have my fragrances, or rather my body mists over here, and then I have some back here as well. But then, you know, here are all my fragrances, and then I have my other fragrances on my nightstand.
Okay, so Keyondra and I are about to go and run a few light errands, and so this is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing this ribbed high neck tee, long sleeve tee. I got this one from Target, but I have other ones from H&M, and then I have some from like Amazon. You can get these literally everywhere. Obviously not all season or all year round, maybe on Amazon, but I'm gonna wear my kind of like pants, that like my leggings that I bought at Nordstrom Rack. You guys know, I think I got those for like $10 or something. No, the whole the whole purchase was $10 or something. And then I'm gonna wear my favorite New Balances. Like, these are my favorites. It's raining today, or it's been raining today, so I need something dark. And then I'm gonna do these socks. I got these on sale at Nordstrom. It came in a pack of 2, I believe. So it came with like these tan ones, and then like a more like maroon kind of color. I don't know where those are. I think they're in my drawer, but I didn't really have time to find them because we're running a little bit behind. We have to get to the dry cleaners before 6, so I have to drop those off. And then I'm gonna wear my studs that I have that you guys always see. So my little Fendi studs. So I'm gonna just put that on. So these are the studs. And so I'm just gonna put them on really quick. Just toss that over there. I have an update for you guys about my progress for the week. You guys know that we've started our reset wellness journey, and so I do have a little progress update that I'm gonna sit down and talk to you guys about before we leave. So I'm gonna put these shoes on and stuff, and I'll be right back. So I forgot to tell you guys about the fragrances that I'm wearing today. So I'm wearing my Salt and Stone, the Bergamot and Hinoki. I'm wearing that one. I revisited that one, but I also love it with my Wild Bluebell. You know, Keyondra and I are into layering, so I did put these together. My lotion of the day is Viva Vanilla by Bath and Body Works. Somebody tried to play Bath and Body Works. They were like, don't come around me with your Bath and Body Works with, cause I'm trying to smell my Chanel. First of all, Chanel, okay? I haven't smelled one that I like. That's me personally though. You guys wear Chanel all the time. I'll bet you want. But Bath and Body Works still hits. We had to revisit it. That's how much it hits. And then I, as an oil, I did the shimmering oil by L'Occitane, and I'm gonna give you guys an update right now. So this, I don't think that this one is better than the other one. They're both oils. I think if you have the other one, you don't need this one. This one just has a little shimmer in it, and that's just my own opinion. about it. It's a great oil, so if you don't have it, I think it's a great oil to get, like if you want something like maybe for the summer or you want to try it and you're in between bottles. The scent on this one is not as powerful as the one when I got home, because I still have the other one. When I got home, I was able to smell that one, and that one's a little bit more potent than this one is. So I don't know if it's just the bottle that I got, because it definitely could be. I smelled it in the store and it was very potent, so it could just be the bottle that I got. But yeah, this one is, I mean, I think it'll give you nice shimmer and all of that, but I don't think you have to have this one. If you have the other one, I do like and prefer the other one better, just simply because it doesn't have the shimmer and all of that. So those are my 2 cents about this. So now that we have fragrances out of the way, I wanted to speak to my progress and comment that actually, and this is in our comment feature of the day, I just saw one that just stuck out to me and to what I'm actually currently doing. Someone mentioned the Marcona almonds, and they said that they found some at Trader Joe's in the garlic flavor. I love garlic. Garlic has actually been my saving grace for a lot of things this week. But unfortunately, I've not been able to do seed oils right now. I think I'll be able to add them in like phase 2 or phase 3 of my wellness journey program. I don't know what you call it, but I think I'll be able to add them back in because they are necessary for our bodies. What I learned though is that Americans, we get like, there's a ratio that you're supposed to have. Like, I think you're supposed to be around like the 3-to-1 ratio, where you're having like omega-6 fats. So that's like salmon. What else would that be? Like those are the healthy fats, right? And then you have the seed oils, which are omega-3s, and that's, I think, supposed to be like a 1. So it's a 3-to-1 ratio that you're supposed to have, or maybe even like 6-to-1. I can't remember that, but I do remember that Americans consume 20-to-1, and I probably was in like 40-to-1 in that category. But so I've been really scaling back because seed oils, they promote inflammation, so they're not anti-inflammatory. So I've been trying to do foods that are anti-inflammatory and trying to reset my gut. So unfortunately, I'm not able to eat those yet, but I'm putting a pin in those because we did see those actually the other day. I think the ones that ours had were like rosemary or something, and they looked so good. They were like in an oil and all of that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to try them. The ones that I actually found at DoorDash a little bit earlier in the video, I mentioned that those actually have seed oils too, but I was like so wanting something salty. I'm not even supposed to have the salt either, but I was like, okay, have it in like very small quantities. And so I'm able to have them in like really small quantities, like a couple of small handfuls. And so I was like, okay, trace amounts of the seed oil, in my opinion, for what I'm doing, for the flexibility that I want to have. That's not going to hurt. It's not about rigidity for me. It's about, trying to relearn and, get this right for my body. So yeah, like I said, I think I might be able to add those into around phase 2 or phase 3. That's where I have a little bit more flexibility with my diet. But I wanted to share with you guys, I know that I said that my goal was 8 pounds. I think I said that in the last vlog, that my goal was to lose 8 pounds by today. And y'all, we made it 8.5 pounds. My goodness, my God, y'all don't understand how freeing and how liberating that is to me. It's not about the number on the scale. Like, it's always been about the number on the scale, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm excited about that, but what I'm more excited about is I actually kept my commitment to myself. I am so notorious. I was talking to a friend of ours like some time ago and saying that I struggle with keeping my commitments to myself. I'll keep my commitments to everybody else, but myself, I'm like, oh no, you can have this and you can have that. You can, just a little bit. It's just this one time. And so I'm so used to not meeting goals that I set. Like I'll say, I want to lose 100 pounds by, next year, and next year comes and I've gained 20, So that's my usual pattern. And so what this is signaling is that I'm breaking these patterns. I said, Lord, the day on Tuesday, I said, the curse has been broken. You hear me? Because I've made it through that one day. I was allowed to, I allowed myself to hear the Lord in this. I was like, Lord, I need to be freed from this. This is very freeing for me, because I got to the point I was like, I can't do this. Like this is such a struggle, and it shouldn't be that much of a struggle. And so, Lord, I need you to help me. I need you to free me from this. And so that 8.5 pounds, it's really good for like what I'm doing. It's healthy for what I'm doing, the type of reset that I'm doing. So I am so excited about that. I do have a little confession to make. Yesterday, I told you guys that, I was doing raw. So far, it was so good. We got to the restaurant, we got to True Food. I ordered the salad that I normally get from there. Made it all the raw options and everything. But instead of having just celery, as you guys saw, I had pita chips. Those are not raw, and they are actually processed, but they were really good. They were actually worth it. In my opinion, to have it, I was going through a lot of cravings for, like, I wanted ice cream. What else did I want yesterday? I can't remember what else I wanted yesterday, but I was wanting a lot of things. It's coming up on that time. And so I chose pita chips instead of ice cream, right? Which is a win. That is absolutely a win for me. And then I had a piece of grilled chicken, which is still a win because it was a clean day yesterday. So while it wasn't raw, it was still clean. And if I'm going to make these kinds of exchanges and these kinds of trade-offs, these are the kinds of trade-offs that I need to make. These are the habits that I want to build. It's only been a week. I have to be honest with you. I'm praying going into phase 2 and phase 3 because I am just like, okay, that's more flexibility. And I'm like, Lord, I'm going to need your help. You've been holding my hand this whole time. Like, you've not let my hand go. You've not let me go. And so now that I have the ability to be aware of my cravings, and not just be aware of my cravings, but to fight past them, then these are the tools I'm going to need for phases 2 and 3 and 4 and for the rest of my life, because it's here that I'm building the confidence in myself and being able to, train my mind to want better options. Okay guys, so we're in the car and we're in a hurry a little bit because the dry cleaners closes at 6 and I need to drop these things off. I have been having these things, some of these things are from our trip to Indianapolis, and I've been meaning to drop them off. I think I even said in in that vlog that I was about to go and drop off my dry cleaning, but never got around to doing it. This is like the stuff that people don't talk about, and that people don't really like to do, like the little tasks and stuff like that. I love taking care of my clothes. I said on a live that I love taking care of my clothes, but I don't really like taking them to the dry cleaners because it's another step that you have to do. But I like having clean clothes, and so that's a luxury and something that is not a necessity, but it is something that I'm grateful that I can do, that I can take my clothes to the dry cleaners, that I even have clothes that I have clothes.
Use the right lane to take exit 30 onto North Peachtree Road and Chambly-Dunwoody Road toward North Shallowford Road.
Y'all know we need our directions. So, so even having clothes, I'm so grateful for that. But having clothes that are quality that need to go to the dry cleaner.
Then take the first right onto North Peachtree Road.
And so we're headed there now.
Use the right lane to turn onto North Peachtree Road.
Not every part of life is, or part of adulting is like the exciting parts of life, like these annoying instructions or directions. But we'll show you guys probably the scene. I really like this dry cleaners, y'all. I don't know if I gave an update on it or not. I think I did, but I really like them. It's clean, it's in a decent area, all of that. So and then after that, I'll show you guys what we're gonna do next. I'll share with you guys what we're gonna do next after that. we were able to get the clothes into the the dry cleaners. They actually have a 24-hour drop off that I didn't know about. They do pick up as well. This is my second time using them, so I'll be able to know a little bit more about their services as I come. But she was really nice, which is one of the reasons why I like it here. And they have the option to, I think they either charge you by the bag or by the piece, but she asked if I wanted to just do a quick drop off or something like that, and then do an item count. And I chose the item count because I just want to make sure that I count it correctly at home. And I forgot the number of pieces that I took. But yeah, so Keyondra and I are headed to the mall. I'm gonna get some more L'Occitane lip balm, and we're just gonna probably browse around a little bit. I still have the L'Occitane lip balm, but I need one for my purse. I ran out of my purse lip balm, and so instead of getting First Aid Beauty, I'm gonna get L'Occitane. So we'll take you guys around the mall with us, of course, and let you guys see some of the things that we found. Oh, also, I have to show you guys some of the sandals that I bought on ASOS. You guys know that we've been looking for sandals, and so I need to show you some of those. Okay guys, so we just left out of West Elm, and we were looking at some lamps. Keyondra has been looking at lamps for her for her room, for the side tables. She doesn't really like the height of the ones that she has now, so she's looking at more. I think she found something that she kind of liked,
Kind of.
but yeah, wasn't in love with. And then we were looking at our sofa, because we have a sofa from here. And it's white, and it's like a boucle fabric. I love that fabric. It's so clean, so chic, and like just so pretty and plush, but it's not like a high pile boucle. And we're thinking about getting the ottoman added on to it. When we purchased it at first, I was thinking about getting the ottoman then, but we just went without it, and so now we're thinking about probably getting it so it can kind of function like a sectional, but we don't know yet. We're just looking around and tossing around ideas. So we're about to go to Starbucks. I need some water because I need to get caught up on my water for the day, and then today is like a more relaxed, flexible day. We're gonna get a cookie, and then we're gonna head over. I've been craving Longhorn salmon, broccoli, and salad, so we're gonna have that for dinner. I'm so excited, y'all. I've been craving that all week, and I'm so ready to get it.
Okay, y'all, so let's get into our comment feature of the day. So our comment feature of the day is by Heal in Nature, okay? And she says only $4.29, like $429, or $4.29. And we responded with a smiley face, $429. And then she responded, oh my, how does one afford those things? They were lovely though. Love your channel. Thank you so much, Heal in Nature, for watching our vlogs and loving our channel and for showing up. We really appreciate you and everybody for just sticking around, you know, being a part of our community, because that's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
And she was referring to the part where Kim was trying on the Prada frames. And so the reason why we chose this as a comment feature of the day is because you guys know that we often share our purchases. We often share how we save for many of our purchases, and how we even decide on if we're going to get those or if we're going to, I'm not going to say level down, but because there are higher tiers of luxury, mid, and then there's low. So we shop all three. And we wanted to make sure that you guys knew that, because we never want to like make it seem like, you know, we're let's see, like we're
frivolous or
spending with our money, or rather
or even
being
not valuing
bad stewards, not valuing our money. And so with that though, she mentioned $429 or $4.29, you know, as though the $429 was steep. And honestly speaking, at times it can be steep, you know, depending on what you want to spend your money on. You can have a boatload of money in your account, okay? And it's still too steep because you have your money allotted for other things that you want to do, and or you don't want to spend that much. There have been times where we've been in stores, and I can just, you know, be really honest and share how, you know, a clerk will walk up to us, and this is not like in your you know, like, no, well, I guess it could be anywhere, you know. So like we'll be in like a Bloomingdale's or Neiman's or something like that, and the clerk will walk up to us and they'll ask, you know, are you interested in this, blah, blah, blah. You know, you're just looking. And, you know, we'll say no. And at times I have felt kind of like, ooh, maybe I should purchase it, because the way the clerk looked at me was like, oh, you can't afford it. And you have to be a good steward over your money, no matter what.
And be confident.
Be confident in your pockets, right? And be
and your
confident.
decisions.
Right, yeah, those are your decisions. And you better know that that clerk is making some decisions herself. They're having to like deal with their own bills and steward their own money.
Everybody has a budget.
Yeah, right.
Everybody
Everybody has a budget, and your budget may be higher because, you know, you're favored or blessed, or you work harder, or because your career path. And you have to think about those things, or just think about it like this: what they think about you does not matter.
That's
you know,
bottom line.
that is it's the bottom line. And so you know, I really hope that people understand that just because you're not spending boatloads of money on things does not mean anything. And because you spend boatloads of money, that doesn't mean anything either. What matters and what means the most is how you steward your money, how you steward well what God gave you. And sometimes you're good at that, and then sometimes you're just not, you know? But I think that if you're good at that more times than none, then you're on a good path.
Yeah, and when I say that, like something is affordable, like, or when I say, oh, only such amount, whatever amount of money, it's because I have an idea of like what's affordable in my head. Mm-hmm. I have this thing that if it's $1,000, well, actually not $1,000, if it's under $1,000, and that can be $800, like in my mind that's affordable because it's obtainable. It's like something that I can actually reach. I can either save for it, like Keyondra was saying, or I can outright buy it, like whatever. It's something that I'm ready to do, so it's not that bad. And also, as a glasses wearer, we spend a lot of money on frames, on glasses. Now, of course, they have affordable frames and things like that, more affordable pieces. But like for us, like I have a pair of glasses that was like $700. They're Valentino glasses. So when I say that that's affordable, $429, that's a lot more affordable than my Valentino glasses. And so I treated those with like the most care. Actually, I rarely wore them. I only wore them for special occasions. Because the lenses and the frames were just like all of that. Because when you think about lenses, frames, all of that, we're spinning a grip all the time, right? So I'm thinking about the overall cost. Like, okay, what are my lenses going to cost me? What's the frame? Things like that. So I'm running things in my head as I go. So it may not be like only, like at $4.29, but when you're thinking about like the grand total, that's kind of where I come from. Like when something's only, I think about like what it is. It's Prada. I think about, either readiness or, cause I also have my birthday coming up. And so I am working on, looking at something to get myself for that. Probably won't be sunglasses cause I've gotten sunglasses. I have enough sunglasses. But I'm working on that. So like it's, those kinds of things that are kind of going through my head. I have a budget that I want to spend, things like that. So that's where that, language comes from. Not that, like $500, that's nothing, $500 is a lot. Like people like can do a lot with $500. Anybody can do a lot with $500. It's a lot, but then, you'll talk to somebody else and they'll say, well, that's nothing. I can run through it. Yeah, and depending on what you're doing, okay, you can run through it really quickly or, do a lot with it. But we definitely understand that. So, look, no shame, like Keyondra was saying. If the $4.29 is your thing, look, give me the right thing and it's gonna be mine too. Because if I like it, it's going in my cart, as long as I can afford it. And so that's kind of where that frame of mind comes from. Okay guys, so we're on our way to Whole Foods. We needed to pick up a few more items. We need like some watermelon, lettuce, stuff like that. We still have grapes and cherries and stuff, but it's just time for us to pick up some other items. So we're going to Whole Foods. I was gonna say Foods. Whole Foods, and we'll take you guys in there with us.